Where do I even start? Okay. So this week's reaction is going to be crazy because I don't know if you watched the game yesterday, but the game was crazy. So, first of all, Giants win 32-31 over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. My God, what a game. Let's talk about it. This is crazy. So, Daniel Jones, undefeated as a starter in the NFL, baby. Let's go. He pretty much really had a really good game, honestly. Like, made 23 passes out of 36 attempts. Almost had a couple of interceptions, but you know what, rookie mistake, and also just some fumbles and issues that we kind of noticed just from preseason and also in the first game against the Cowboys where he also had a fumble in that game too. Those are things I think are going to get better with time. But really, for a first career start in the NFL, you couldn't ask for much better than what Daniel Jones did. 4 touchdowns in total, 2 rushing touchdowns too, which is something that we barely see with Eli Manning. So it's crazy to actually have somebody that could actually be a dual threat QB. The new Vanilla Vic, maybe? I don't know. But it's really good debut from him. Defense is terrible, like always. Almost blew the game. And then, well, we're gonna get to the final play soon. I just want to get through some general stuff for the game. Ryan Connolly got his first career interception. Congrats to him. O'Shane Ximines got his first solo sack. Congrats to him as well. And Mike Evans for the Bucs was killer, as I kind of expected him to be. 8 receptions, 190 yards, and 3 touchdowns. And most of those were in the first half. Actually, all but one of those receptions was in the first half. The only other reception he had in the game was like the 40 or 50 yard pass they caught with like 15 seconds left in the game that almost gave the Bucs the win, pretty much. That almost put them in field goal. Well, it did put them in a field goal position. And yeah, I think we know how that ended up going. But yeah, this game was wild. It looks like the Giants are just going to roll over again, and just the defense was just going to let them go and lose another game, which we've become really accustomed to. And it didn't help that Saquon Barkley, who's the man in charge of the offense, or at least was, because he's out now. And per Adam Schefter on Twitter, which I was able to see before I started recording this video, he's going to be out from either 4 to 8 weeks, and it's looking most likely it's going to be more so on the 8-week side, since then it's going to run over through the bye week to be able to make sure that he's healthy, and it'll come back most likely around week 12, which is a really big blow to the Giants offense. I mean, I just wanted to see really what Saquon and Daniel Jones will be able to do together and just build that chemistry up. But unfortunately, we're not going to be able to see that until like halfway down the line in the season, because that's like a good 9 weeks until actual game time. It just sucks, man. I mean, Saquon Barkley is like a generational talent at running back already. And I know the Giants haven't been using him that well this season still, but he's still Saquon Barkley. I mean, he's the man. So it just sucks for him. But you know what? We got to see what Daniel Jones could do leading an offense. And by God, he led that offense. I mean, pretty much was mistake-free for the most part, at least when they needed him most. Was able to get the easy rushing touchdown right through the middle to give the Giants the lead. Aldo Rosas was perfect in this game, which is good return to form, since I know he missed a field goal in the last game, I believe, against Buffalo. So, of course, we needed literally every single point we could get this game, so that's good. The Saquon injury sucks, yes. It really sucks, but you know what? Daniel Jones was able to show what he could do when he was the focal point of the offense. And really, he's proven a lot of people wrong already. But I'm going to play devil's advocate here for just a second, because it's one thing to play really well against one team in one game. Like, that's one thing. Yes, it's your debut as a starter, but it's one game. It's nothing to have a really good rookie season. And that's what I want to see from Daniel Jones. I want to see him minimize mistakes, just take the easy routes when he gets it, which we saw him do in the first game, and it worked successful. It was successful, it worked, and ended up getting the win. Simple. Don't force anything you really need to. If you want to take a deep shot, go for it. As long as you know what you're doing, and just as long as you know that it won't be as risky as it might be if you're throwing it to just chuck it into double coverage. Yeah, don't do that. But if someone's like just streaking down and just they might have some daylight, try it. If it doesn't work out, okay. But if it does, you just gain yourself like 40 or 50 yards and you were able to take a chance and it worked out. Just a good rookie season to build on for the future is what I want to see out of Daniel Jones. This was a really good first impression, and that's really all you could really ask for of someone just playing in their first start. But Marcus Mariota had a perfect passer rating in his first ever start, and it's not like he's an elite quarterback. So it's one thing to have a really good game in your first career start, but you got to build on it, and you got to make sure that you just stay focused, keep doing what you're doing. If you keep playing like that, you're going to be fine. That's pretty much like set in stone, pretty much. So yeah, this game was crazy. Giants looked like they were about to blow it. Janoris Jenkins was terrible in this game. All the defenders were terrible. Pretty much, if you ever have gone and like seen like a greeter just standing by the door, just been like, oh, here you go, sir. Here, just go this way. You'll be fine. Here you go. Just an open lane for you to go. That's pretty much the Giants defense. They were just pretty much showing the way for the Tampa Bay offense. Just go down this way and just score. And it was looking really, really bad. We've seen this before, right? So there was the Jake Elliott kick against the Eagles, which the Giants ended up being on the receiving end. And then we had last season with the Carolina Panthers making that 62-yard field goal, making the Giants lose. We've seen this song and dance before. We've been on the receiving end of some really bad luck in terms of kicking and just long-range kicks in general. But this time, it actually goes our way. Matt Gay misses the kick. Crazy. And, I mean, he also, missed an extra point earlier in the game, too. So, kicking ended up being really, really important in this game. And it ended up going the Giants' way, which is something that, never happens. Oh my God, it's crazy. It's just insane. And I don't even know. This game was crazy. It was amazing. As a Giants fan, we were able to see a lot of progress with the young guys on the squad, making strides, playing well, and Daniel Jones is going to have to lead this offense a lot now with Saquon Barkley being injured. But if this first game was a sign, considering that he had no Saquon Barkley through the entire second half, and he was still able to lead this comeback, the Giants might be in good hands for the future. Now, that's optimistic thinking, but you know what? It's better than what we've had in recent years. And I know people were talking about Eli Manning should have been the starter, but you know what? If Eli Manning was starting this game, the Giants would not have won. I know that for a fact. The fact is, Daniel Jones' running threat is something that Eli Manning has never had. It wasn't his strong suit, and it just would not have been a win. Case simple, the Giants would still be without a win this season. But that is not the reality we live in. Giants win, baby. Yeah, boy. First win of the season. Technically tied for second in the NFC East because the NFC East is garbage. But Giants might be coming up a little bit now. I mean, I'm not expecting a winning season, especially now with Saquon Barkley being injured. But there's some optimism here. And I, for one, am actually really, really happy with the way this game played out. If you were watching this game or paying attention to it, let me know what you were thinking about. Let me know in the comments below. Let me know about how you feel about the Saquon Barkley injury. Just let me know how you feel about the NFL in general. Leave comments. I'll always try and respond to every comment I get. Leave a like on this video. Subscribe, guys. Take care, guys. Let's go Giants, baby.